Good morning. So this here is what I call my food baby because it weighs about 10 pounds and is the size of a small child, or like a baby, I guess. So hopefully by the end of the trip, this will mostly be gone and my bag will be lighter and a lot more spacious. I really need to get better at this vlogging thing, but started hiking. I've gone 2 minutes, so I'm like just past the trailhead. Got my bag, it's pretty big. It's a little heavier than I want it to be. But yeah, happy hiking. Gotta follow the yellow blazes. This is a neat little valley, I guess. It's a lot hotter here than when I was under the woods. This is pretty cool. Nice and sunny. The other people I saw weren't hiking the trail, which is kind of odd, hiking something else. But yeah, so it's kind of just been me. I also forgot to mention that today's extremely uphill. That sucks because my pack's at its heaviest. Oh, there's also bugs in my eye. But yeah, we got some nice uphill trekking today. Should probably drink some water and eat some snacks so it's a little lighter. But we're only 3/4 of a mile in, so I'm gonna wait a little bit before taking a break. Well, this is an interesting section. Completely under the cover of these trees. Not sure what kind of trees they are, but it's a little spooky. Ooh, flowers. You can kind of hear the highway off to the left. Not sure if you can hear it on the camera, probably not. It's probably just me flooding around. Also whacking my poles and everything. I can't tell if I can hear the power lines or bugs. But I definitely hear something that's crackling like crazy. Ooh, the smokestacks. Look at that. Oh, there's such a nice breeze up here. No, it's definitely gotta be the power lines. All right, well, I'm gonna take a sit on this nice little rock pile over here. It's 2:34 p.m. Making pretty good on time. Probably look disgusting. Yeah, look at that. Let's go. Found a mile marker for mile 68, which means I've gone like 2 miles, I guess. I feel like it's been less. My watch says 1.7, so I guess it's not exactly a 70-mile trail, but yeah, we're making progress. About halfway done through the first day. I had a light little like touch of downhill after the spot where I took a break, and now it's clearly back uphill. So you win some, you lose a little more. That's how it goes. I think it flattens out, but like at the end of today. So probably won't record until I get to the campsite, but if there's anything exciting. There's not that many views because the leaves are still growing, so it's like, yeah. But it's pretty scenic. It's nice. I totally lied. There's a nice view here. Not sure which town that is, but that river is so brown. and just a bunch of civilization out there. Pretty sick. Oh, so many bugs. Oh, would you look at that? I think I'm gonna take a picture here. And the view should only get better from here. That's why I'm going southbound, because it just gets more and more exciting as you go. And then you end in Ohiopyle instead of the little town of Seward, where there's basically nothing. So yeah, just a nice little chill walk for the rest of the way. Can't wait to sit down, maybe get my foot in a stream, or feet, both feet. My calves are a little muddy, and I'm ready for a snack. Made it to camp. I hope I'm not the only one at the campsite tonight, because it gets kind of lonely and a little scary, but yeah, so here we are, shelter number 2. Gotta go find the stream. It's the first order of business. Pretty sure it's down here. Yeah, let's go. And then the restroom's right there. Abundance of firewood. Probably not gonna use that. I also need to find a place to hang my bear bag, because don't want the bears getting to the food. Cute little stream. Let me see if there's a place with a higher water flow. Found a water pump. Time to wash my face. Oh. That was nice. It says not potable, so gonna have to filter it, but it's fine. I have a filter. And it's a lot easier than going to that stream. Oh, so refreshing. I just wanted to show my camp setup before it gets completely dark out. It's 5:20, so we actually have a while, but just wanted to do it before dinner. So yeah, I have my tent set up. No rain fly because it's too warm for that and saves weight. So yeah, and then my Sierra Designs, the Nitro 20 or something. It's a nice sleeping bag. I probably won't need it too much because it'll be too warm. But there's a nice little like foot vent where you can stick your feet out at the bottom, which is really nice. Brand new Thermarest inflatable sleeping pad. I probably will roll off of it. Last time I slept in my tent, I ended up like 90 degrees somehow and just not on my sleeping pad at all. But I'll know pretty quickly because this is wood floor. And then, of course, my Nemo Philo camping pillow. Don't know if you can see it super well because it's kind of dark in here. But yeah, got camp all set up. I think I'm gonna eat soon and then just chill until it's time for bed. Wait till I see my bear hang set up. I think if a bear really wanted to get to it, it's gonna get my food. But hopefully there's no bears around here. I'll have to read the trail guide to check, but it seems like bears aren't usually a problem. Fingers crossed. Alright, since there's no one here at these 2 shelters, or just anyone here at all in general, I've decided to commandeer this little picnic table for dinner. And tonight we have ramen, some teriyaki chicken. Never tried it before. Hope it's good. Brought the trail map to do some reading after because it's still like 3 hours until dark. And the Cliff Bar that I didn't eat, so this is my dessert. How exciting! So here's a map of the entire trail. I started right there at mile marker 70. And tonight I'm here at Route 56. Then tomorrow, I'm walking all the way to Route 30. And then Beam Rocks, cool rocks. The day after that, Route 31. Then Seven Springs will be nice, and I'm walking to Grindle Ridge. And at Seven Springs there's a lake, which will be really fun. And then skipping that shelter. And Ohiopyle, it's the last shelter. Then we're going up and to mile 0 in Ohiopyle Park. So yeah, looks huge when you have a map laid out like this, and then has like the topographical contours, just super neat. So today was all uphill. Tomorrow's just a little bit of up and down, not bad. And here's a map of the shelter. I'm in 2 tonight. So yeah, it's a great map. I think I'm gonna keep it for a while as a collectible. I'm tired. I finally figured out the bear hang. It took me like an hour 20 maybe. I poked a hole through my stake bag, but I think this is high enough and far enough from the tree, and if it isn't, then I give up and the bear wins. I don't know if you can see it, but it's tied to that like birch tree right there, and it's good enough. Good morning. It's like 5:54 or something. It's kind of bright out. It's dark in the shelter, so I'm just like shining my headlamp in my face. I slept okay. Not super great, but I'm hopefully gonna get to the campsite early today in the afternoon so I could take a nap if I need to, and yeah, excited for today. Alright, so I got my bear bag down and brushed my teeth, which is a huge win because that means my bear bag was still there. And now we're boiling water to make oatmeal. Today's breakfast is strawberries and cream, and I have a bag of granola as well. So, hope it's good. And also, I just filtered water from the pump because I want to preserve my clean water as long as possible, and this is my dirty water bottle, so this is only going to be filled with unfiltered water. Yeah, so stove, oatmeal. Clearly this part doesn't walk that much, so I just went through some knee-length grass, which is fine, but this is an odd section. Just trekking through some meadows, I guess. It's kind of fun in shorts. And now we're back in the woods. There's a bench here, and I was planning on stopping very soon anyway, and there's a bit of a view. This is nice. So it's like around 9:50 right now. I'm about a quarter of the distance through, so hopefully I can keep this pace. I started at 8, so then if I stay on it or go a little faster, then I can get to camp closer to 3 than to 4. Yeah, the start was a little slow. It's been a little rocky today, like literally in terms of the terrain. So I have to be careful where to put my feet and poles, but I've gotten into a good pace. And I also keep getting hit by cobwebs in the face because I think I'm the only one to have hiked the trail today, so that's exciting. But yeah, it's just been a lot of walking. Mile marker 61. It's right there. Guess I'm just supposed to cross the road here. Some cars were speeding earlier. Nice, survived. Maybe that's just how fast cars go, and I'm a slow person just walking around. Who knows? That was fun. I guess I have more of those. I thought the only real highway crossing would be the bridge, but I guess that one has a bridge because it's like a major interstate. It's just 2 lanes. Cool to see some civilization. I saw a school bus earlier. That was neat. This is a bit of a squeeze. Actually not really. This would be a lovely bouldering spot. Except for like the moss and lichen, I guess. I didn't expect this part. This is cool. Stairs. Alright. That was fun. I'm stopped for lunch, which is good because I'm so tired. And the only thing that really forced me to stop now is my own stubbornness. I really wanted to get to this spot. And it's like, it's kind of nice. I'm sitting on a log, the classic tortilla. I brought some jelly, but for some reason the jelly hardened. Maybe it has a shelf life. Yeah, I'm like 3/4 of the way done with the hiking for today, which is great because my body is tired. It's a nice spot. It is so hot out. Today is not a good day to do a long day, but here we are. Oh, the bugs keep flying straight into my eye. Well, coolio. So it turns out the campsite is farther than I remembered it is. It's like an extra half mile. But this part is switchbacks and I'm so dead. I'm on like mile 17 and a half. Hopefully 20 minutes. Whew. Oh, hollowed out tree. Huh. Well, I finally made it to the campsite 2 hours later than I wanted to because it got really hot in the afternoon and I had to stop for more breaks. And then, yeah, it just ended up being 18 and a half miles on paper. And I hiked like 19 and a half miles. So yeah, I felt like I was being punked the whole time. Today was definitely a lesson in patience. And then I got here and the water pump's not working. Well, it's either it's not working or I just can't figure out how to use it, but I'm pretty sure it's just not working because I've tried everything. Thankfully I have enough water to get to tomorrow, but that means I'm going to change my breakfast plans and hope that the water sources early on are running. And that means I'll have to take a while to filter water. But I think I can still get to the campsite pretty early tomorrow, which is good because I really want to wash clothes and hang them dry, and then I have to reuse the paracord for my bear hang. Speaking of bear hang, this campsite, at least the nice thing is they have the bear pole, which is like a metal pole that you hang your bag on. And that way critters and bears can't get to your food. So that saved me a lot of time, and that means I set up a clothesline for some clothes that I washed yesterday and didn't quite dry. Yeah, so I'm gonna see. I think I'm actually so tired that I'll be able to fall asleep while it's still light out, but I want to get started early tomorrow, maybe around 7:30. And yeah, my body's just super tired. Good morning. There's a peek of the sunrise through the trees. I've decided I'm gonna brush my teeth with that toothpaste this morning, and since I'm not cooking a hot breakfast to conserve water, I think I can get started on hiking before 7, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, that means depending on how fast I go, I might just wait until I get to camp to eat lunch. And
Here's to hoping finding water really quickly.
Alright, I'm about to cross Route 30. These cars definitely aren't going to stop for me, so I'm just going to need to listen. Alright, we're good here. It's 6:57. I started about 20 minutes ago, like 15 minutes ago. Once I get to the parking lot, it says there's supposedly a little stream of water. Here's the water we've got. It's muddy, but it's moving, and I'll take it, I guess. So it turns out the water over here is way better. So I just dumped out all the extra muddy water that I had in my life straw bladder and got some clear water from here, or clear-ish. But it was still worth going to the parking lot because I was able to report that I couldn't get water at the campsite last night, which should hopefully help people. And it's 7:30. I've been out for like an hour and hiked about a mile, so not great, but hopefully won't have to filter much water because now I'm carrying like over 2 liters. So yeah, here's to 12 more miles. Now this looks like an excellent rock climbing spot. Look at that limestone roof. Pretty cool. I just stopped at another little like cascade. Chugged a bunch of water, filled up some more. I'm gonna try to do better to drink more water on the trail today, because I don't think I did a good job of that yesterday, and then I also didn't really have any water after hiking. So yeah, who would have thought I'm a little dehydrated. Today should hopefully end earlier though, so I won't have to hike through the worst of the heat, but I think I'll still be out at like noon to 1, which sucks, but can't really be helped. It's a good thing I already got started earlier today. And I'm really glad there's abundant like flowing water sources. It makes it super easy to fill. Today's a different type of woods and definitely way muddier. I just crossed a bridge and stopped by to rinse off my boots because they were like inches deep in mud at points. Not that many, like maybe 1.5 inches or something. But yeah, definitely a change in scenery. So I'm now either in or approaching beam rocks, and there was just a sign that said permanent protective gear is prohibited. So I guess that means it's a trad only area, like no anchors, no bolts. But I haven't seen anywhere that really screams climbing yet. Keep my eye out. Literally 2 seconds later, here it is. I don't know how well the camera can see it, but that definitely looks like a climbing spot. Just maybe one crag, not sure. Looks super neat though. About 30-40 feet tall, maybe at its highest. It looks pretty doable, honestly, if I had any idea how to climb trad. Nothing looks, there's some cool crack lines, nothing looks super hard. Lots of pockets, definitely limestone. Oh, well, oh sweet, there's a way to get to the top of the rocks. So you could set up your own anchor, which basically means just top roping, but the little spiciness because you have to trust yourself. Whew, I just did my first major ascent of the day. Unfortunately, there's another big one on the way to the campsite, and I'll be tired. But I think I've chosen to not learn from my mistakes, trust there's water at the campsite, and just go with like half a liter. Yeah, but this is the first mile marker in the 30s. Just walked through that wet slop. Yeah, there just weren't really dry spots. Very exciting. My boots are nice and muddy, so I'm really hoping I don't like kick myself, because I do sometimes do that and then get dirt all over my calves. Not the most proud of it. Guys, there's people up ahead. Looks like a group of girls. Hi. Thanks. Hope you guys have a great hike too. Thanks. Almost definitely a summer camp. So what I've learned is a major lesson in noise pollution, because I've been hearing the interstate traffic for a while, but I'm finally here, about to get to the bridge. It is so loud. Like, I've been hearing it for probably 20 minutes, like a mile away. The bridge. Oh, so excited. I've been so excited for this moment. I just wanted to shoot a quick little video. There's a mailbox here next to a rock. Not sure about that. Just past the halfway mark. There's a group of like high schoolers backpacking together. I think it was another summer camp. It's kind of cute. One guy had the same bag as me and he was pretty excited about that. I'm tired. That was a lot of uphill. I stopped to filter water like 5 minutes ago, and there was another solo female backpacker heading the opposite way. We just talked about water, but it was nice. Cool to see other people backpacking. And then I also saw a woman hiking alone. So yeah, this part of the trail, definitely more traffic than where I started. That's good. I'll definitely see people tomorrow at Seven Springs. I've once again hiked like a mile more than I'd planned. But I realized I think my mistake was trusting All Trails, because on All Trails it says it's a 67-mile through hike. And clearly the trail's 70. So somewhere the miles aren't adding up. But that's okay. I'll just learn not to trust my GPS and just add an extra mile every day, and maybe I'll be a little happier at the end, because once I got to mile like 12 and a half, I was ready to be done, and little did I know I was not in fact done. So I got to camp, and one of the first things I did, well, after setting up this laundry line out there and washing my clothes, thankfully the water pump worked here. Takes a lot of effort, way harder than the first night's water pump, but you know, it's nice having water, even if it ends up being brown. I don't know if you can see, but it's like brownish water. So I don't know how clean my clothes are, but I did use soap, so it's about the best you can get here. So yeah, I set up my my tent, sleeping pad, and pillow, and took a nap and stretched out because I really needed to do that. Turns out I have blisters on the bottom of both feet, but worse on the right. So hopefully I can find something in town to fix that. I have it taped now, but it's not super good. I think the like corn pads or whatever are best for that. And I saw a bunch of people today. which is cool. And there's also a group of like summer camp kids staying at this campsite, and the counselor, who's like, I don't even know if he's my age, he might be younger. He keeps calling me ma'am, but he said, let us know where you're staying so we can stay as far away as possible so we don't like disturb you. And they're not that loud. They're like pretty nice, seem chill. Some of them are pretty helpful. Others are just in for the ride, so yeah, it's nice to not be alone at the campsite for once. It's I don't really care how loud they are, honestly, as long as they're not loud until like 10 p.m. or something. I got a much better bat hang today. I mean bear hang. Bat hang, I'm thinking about climbing. In just 30 minutes. So I found 2 trees pretty far apart with like okay branches. Not super strong, but good enough to hold what I need. And look at that. It's high enough off the ground, pretty far from all the trees nearby. So I'm really happy. I'm finally learning how to do it. Good morning. It's 6:18 and I finally slept like a little past sunrise, which is really exciting. I did say I didn't really want an early start this morning. I think I slept well. My body feels a little more rested, and it doesn't look like it's gonna rain, but it should rain in like an hour or two. So yeah, I'm ready to get going. I think my feet are gonna hurt today, but it's okay. Another highway crossing. I think it's a little busier at 9 a.m. So wish me luck. Nice. Yep, definitely a little busier, but not bad at all. Once again, a different day, different terrain. So now I'm walking through like more coniferous trees. So there's a lot of roots along the ground, some like pine needles and stuff. It's kind of nice having a like change of pace every day. Also, there was a woman walking her dog earlier, and the dog came up to me and I was so happy. I also decided I'm gonna buy a drink at the market for lunch, because then I can have something that's not water or like filtered mud water, I guess. Yeah, and also more calories. Sweet. I just got my sandwich and also a raspberry sweet tea, and I gotta use a real toilet for the first time in days. I also washed my face and gotta use hand soap, so my hands are probably the cleanest they'll be for the next few days. But yeah, the sandwich even came with a box of chips, so I'm excited to eat it. And the market wasn't as big of a detour as I thought. I love this place. Alright, now on to the lake. Ooh, a horse farm. Or a stable, I guess that's what it's called. I can definitely smell it, but those are some pretty horses. So I actually get to walk along some ski trails. There's a snow gun, and kind of sucks because I'm completely exposed in the sun, but this is fun. Yeah, there's some like, I guess a light. Whoa, I stepped in a ditch. Should probably watch where I'm going. Light for night skiing. Sign that says it's closed. Closed for skiing? Like, I guess I kind of knew that. My stomach is telling me it's definitely time for lunch. But I keep like stopping to take pictures. Like, just walked under a chairlift. I took a picture on a chairlift. It's like 5 minutes to the lake. Well, it turns out the trail doesn't pass by the lake as close as I thought, so I'm already like half a mile beyond it. But I'm too lazy to turn back, so I'm just eating lunch on this random rock. Probably wasn't the smartest idea to climb the rock while wearing my backpack, but we did it. I'm very hungry, and probably only have like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours left in the day. So yeah. As promised, there is a potable water pump. If it doesn't work, I'll be fine. Just a little disappointed, so let's see. Yes! All right, let's go. So now I have 2 shirts for 2 more days of hiking, and they're like clean-ish. With the soap, it actually smells pretty nice. So first thing I did was set up this laundry line just for 2 things, but I think it'll dry. It doesn't seem like it's gonna storm at all. And what's cool is I have a picnic table at this shelter, and it was an Eagle Scout project. Extra neat. Yeah, so I'm gonna set up camp, and I don't really feel tired enough to nap, but I'm gonna eat the other half of my sandwich, then maybe lay down and stretch, so like not sleep, but yeah, it's great to be resting, and I wanted today to be a rest day anyway. So all right, so tent is up. And in case you're wondering how I do laundry, I literally just stick everything in this gallon bag, add water, squirt in some soap, and then shake. And then I add some like clean water after like emptying it, and shake again, and that's it. Yesterday the water was really muddy, so I washed it like 4 times, even though the dirt was probably from the water and not my clothes. But yeah, it works really well, and I found the hack on the internet. Super simple. Basically like a portable washing machine. It gets the job done. The same summer camp is here tonight, which is kind of funny. They all obviously recognize me, and then I asked, and they're only doing half of the whole hike, but they're doing it in 4 days, which is pretty impressive for like middle school kids, so it's nice to see them again. But tomorrow night they're staying in a different shelter because I'm going a lot farther tomorrow. Here's the extremely exciting process of filtering water. Yeah, that's just gonna take a while. But anyway, tonight's dinner is Annie Chun's noodles. There's dehydrated vegetables under there, and then some chicken. And I saved this part of the packaging so I didn't have to bring all of it. How clever. This came out really well. Here, help me. Yeah. So it said to drain the noodles, but I didn't want to waste, some good water. And also because I'd added more vegetables, it became like a vegetable broth. The only sad thing is this is attracting a lot of bugs, but also now the only thing I have to wash is my fork, so that's a huge bonus. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my dinner, and hopefully they can't hear me talking to myself. Feeling pretty good about today's hike. It's gonna be tiring for sure. Taped my feet this morning, but my blisters were much better yesterday. I'm running out of tape, so tomorrow I'm either just gonna tough it out or put on a band-aid and tape it for reinforcement, because a band-aid would definitely slide. Yeah, kind of a fan of the no oatmeal breakfast. Reminder to self not to plan on oatmeal for breakfast next time I go backpacking. I'm on top of a rock, and this would be a really neat spot if it weren't so foggy. I could actually see something. But yeah, that's the view. So it's like 9 a.m. and my watch is telling me that if I continue at this pace, I could make it to the very end of the trail by 7 p.m. tonight. But there's no way I can keep this pace because it gets really hilly at the end. But I think I could have done this whole trip in 5 days if I had combined the first half, or like the first couple miles of today, the flat part, with yesterday, because I definitely had plenty of time to do this hike yesterday. But 6 days is fine. I think I didn't want to be overly ambitious. And it's been fun. Anyway, I've decided I'm gonna stop at the next campsite to get water. It's better than going to the parking lot. So yeah, that should be coming up soon in like 30 minutes. Water situation taken care of. And I also use the bathroom because while it's not a flush toilet, it still beats going in the woods. This is like a super short detour. Glad I took it. Hiking poles are back out because the next section is a lot of up and down. And I'm really feeling the weight on the down. So yeah, it'll be nice to have these. It's starting to rain lightly, which is actually kind of nice because it was getting really humid and hot. As long as it doesn't pour, I think I'm pretty happy with this. And also I'm under so much tree cover, I'm only getting hit by the occasional drop, and it might keep the bugs away. So yeah, see if the situation changes. The sky's still like blue. Very interesting. Okay, well, I'm now getting poured on. And the only thing I'm really worried about is things getting slippery, especially with all the ascents and descents that I have. Not really worried about anything in my bag. Everything I need to stay dry is wrapped in like multiple layers of the bag. Ooh, that's thunder. Yeah, so I guess I'll stop for lunch whenever this stops, which will probably be like an hour or two. Yeah. How exciting. I think I'm gonna stop to put my rain jacket on actually. If I can find cover somewhere. Seems like a good spot. I'm trying to figure out which way the storm came from. I think it's from like southeast. And the good news is I'm heading northeast-ish. So I think it's moving away. There's sun over to my right. Anyway, everything is soaked. I'm gonna have a fun like 3-4 hours of hiking. Yeah. I think that's the worst rain I've been caught in outside. At this point, I'm just seriously debating stopping at the shelter for a quick dinner and then just walking all the way to the end, because I don't feel like hiking in soaked boots tomorrow, but we'll see how quickly I get there, because according to my watch, if I keep hiking at this pace, I can finish the whole trail by 7. But my watch is also gonna die, so that's another reason why I need to go to the shelter. Yeah, but it's an option. I think it's clearing up, but I said that before too. I'm eating a plain tortilla because I couldn't be bothered to get the peanut butter out. But my shoes are drying, kind of. I wrung out my socks, which should help. And also, I really think God sent this guy at the right time. There was this like older man also through hiking, and he showed up when the sun was showing up. But at that point, I was kind of like losing hope, and it was really nice. He was doing the trail in 9 days. He's stopping at every shelter, but we kind of just talked a little bit and like shared our experiences on the trail. And yeah, I was really thankful for that moment. Anyway, I'm tired and yeah. Look at all the water, like look how it's raging. But it's not usually like this. It just rains so much. Also, now that the rain has stopped, the bugs are back and they keep flying directly into my eye. And I think I got one in my nose. So that's cool. Well, I I found a patch with cell service, and I'm committed to completing the trail. So yeah, I told people, and I think 7:30 is still pretty realistic. I'm gonna try to not stop a bunch. Definitely be really hungry, but that's okay. I'd rather just be done and not have to worry about hiking more tomorrow. Although tomorrow I probably won't be able to walk because today's gonna end up being like a 24-mile day, I think. Yeah, super fun stuff. This is where I would have stayed tonight. These bugs are so annoying. Yeah, well, needless to say, I'm not. Maybe I would have changed my mind if I knew how steep it was, because fucking my nose. Yeah, my knees are not having fun, but we're getting there. I'm excited to be done soon-ish. But I want to just take a nap or lie down. It's okay though, tonight I gotta sleep in an actual bed. Then I can just lay in bed all day tomorrow. Oh, there's a view. That's nice. Whew. All right, we're getting somewhere. Just past the 4-mile mark, and it's not 5:30 yet, so I think I'm doing okay. My Garmin InReach keeps yelling at me because it says it can't get a clear view of the sky to send a signal. Well, I can't do anything about that when the entire trail is covered by trees. Hopefully my parents aren't too worried about me. But yeah, the satellite device is nice. Unless you're in a forest, which is honestly a lot of the time, so I don't know. Oh, there's the 3-mile marker, which means that I'm almost to the part where it's just a normal hike. Hooray. So yeah, it's just some downhill. Then the last 2 miles are more or less straightforward. Definitely easier than what I've done. It's like 6, so I think I'm doing okay. At this point, I'm not even convinced my bug spray works, because my neck is like 20% bug spray at this point, and they still keep coming for me, like straight at my ear, in my eye. Good news is my watch is charging, so I think it's gonna make it. I like stuck it in a corner so the charging cable can't detach. It's called being an engineer. Stupid bugs. I don't want to put bug spray in my face because then it'll just sweat into my mouth and I'll eat it. I can't put it on my eyes either because it'll definitely go into my eye, just like these bugs. There's a view coming up. Oh. Oh my gosh. The river. Oh. Oh. This is nice. This dead tree has made an archway, which is kind of cool. But what I'm really wondering is why I haven't seen mile marker 2 yet. Because I thought my watch was in line with the mile markers, but once again, I don't know anything. So yeah, but the river is getting really loud, which means I'm almost done with my descent. I can actually see it down there, I think. Yeah, so hooray, because my Everything is hurting, actually. Ooh, those are some chalk marks on that boulder. Honestly, seems pretty nice. Better put a lot of crash pads at the bottom. But otherwise, 10 out of 10 would climb. Guys, mile 0. Someone needs to tell me why those steps are so high. Oh. Now I just need to walk to my car and hold on. 23.56 miles. And I think it's like half mile to my car, so yeah, about to be a 24-mile day. Hey, I also get to see the train. Oh, taking off my shoes was a process. And I realized my GoPro is about to run out of battery. I think it'll hurt to walk, but I kind of need food, so I'm gonna make an effort.